Yo, check it out. Welcome to my channel. So today I want to discuss like the importance of staying virgins. That was my intro. So one of the reasons I've discovered from my own self is that before I had sex with a woman for the first time, I remember clearly that how good I was with like entering competitions and winning them. Like I'd pretty much win most of the competitions. I pretty much won most of the competitions I entered, either first, second, or third place. But I'd always like walk away with something if I entered a competition. So like looking back, I feel like staying a virgin might make, let's say you pray and you've never had sex, and someone who's had sex with multiple people prays for one thing. I think you would have a better chance of getting it because you're a virgin, and the spiritualities are with you, or the spiritual forces, or the spiritual force, that which we call God, is with you, you know through this time that you're a virgin, more powerfully, because you're pure, you're clean in God's eyes. So that's a very good idea to stay virgin, just to strengthen your spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you read the Bible, God entered Mary because Mary was a virgin. So that's one reason to stay a virgin, and another reason, soul ties. The I do have a reason for believing that there's soul ties, because I've had weird things happen to me. I'll discuss it maybe in depth in my other upcoming videos. But I did have weird things happening, especially for sleeping with just having casual sex, sleeping with people who have had multiple partners, and just attracting that negative karma to your life, because apparently that's how soul ties work. You attract the negative karma, and that's why God doesn't want us to have sex before marriage. So, but going back to the first one, the about losing virginity, going back to how virginity and purity strengthen your spirituality. I mean, I do remember before I had sex with a woman, like as I said, I would enter competitions and I would just easily succeed at them. I even won a bursary before I had laid with a woman. Just things were just easy. Let's say pretty much it makes sense why God wants us to have sex after marriage and instead of before marriage. To prevent things like abortion, which is pretty much stopping God's creation. I mean, a life is forming in your body, and you are prevented. And I know I'm getting into some deep heavy stuff, but then abortion could also be seen like as like a murderous thing, because at times the baby is alive in your stomach, and then you just you decide you kill it because you can't take care of it. But had you just obeyed the law of abstaining and just obeying the law of God of not eating the fruit, because that's what it means when you eat the fruit. When Adam and Eve ate the fruit, it's pursuing God's knowledge of good and evil without his wisdom, and pursuing it with your own understanding. And Proverbs says, lean not on your own understanding. You're supposed to let God guide you spiritually. And with virginity, you're obviously stronger in that sense. So that's why another reason is important. God really wants us to wait for marriage, wait for the point where there's a man in front of you with the Bible, the preacher, saying you are now pronounced wife and husband. That moment you get it together, you pray about it, and then you move on to having sexual intercourse for the purpose of creation, which is what God made it for. So when we play around with this energy of sex, a lot, spiritually can go off, and we find not succeeding in certain things because of the reason number two of the soul ties that have kept us enraptured in the same positions over and over and over again. So yeah, it's really important to stay virgins. I think I am gonna write a song about it, just to further, stay virgins, stay virgins. God said, see, and you heard it, stay virgins. So I'll see how I come up with that. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be writing a song about that. Stay virgins. Yeah, it's a good idea to stay virgins for those reasons. Soul ties, God. God's divine protection over you because you're pure in his eyes. And obviously that doesn't mean masturbate, and that doesn't mean watch pornography, because those are things that also they're pushing out to take away and steal people's purity at a young age. That's trying to steal your purity through media by constantly putting content about sex, giving you mind about sex, so you could just be immoral. And I think sex is a powerful thing to fight from, because everybody is just into sex, bro. Like they just like they can't help themselves, they can't control their bodies, they tend to not have self-discipline. But one of the best ways to discipline your body and yourself is to abstain from sex. You know what I'm saying? For a very long time, and pray about it. Get God to lead you to the right direction, to the right partner, so that you can raise your children with, which is pretty much the purpose of sex, is to release the sperm into the egg, and then a baby comes out. And it's more powerful when it's done through love, when you guys, you just love each other for real. Not this, things that are going on lately that I'm hearing, people are cheating on each other every day. It's like it's a normal thing now, you know what I'm saying? So, and I encourage that you look up verses in the Bible that talk about